Back to another episode of Mirai Club. This is the first time starting the car in a while, probably like 5 days or so. We do still have the rental, so this answers any questions about what happens to the Mirai when you turn in the rental. You do have to get you have to call the rental place, but I feel like most places you can't store your car there for free. So yeah, they get dropped off or walk there. So we are gonna fill up because I saw that some stations are up. I'm gonna go to fuel, and I did see a newer 2023, and they don't have all these buttons down here. They're kind of clustered in here. But we are gonna go to Baldwin Park. So let's go fill up because we do need to use this car as well to get around. So we have this and the F-150. Here we go.
Please proceed to the highlight. Keep right onto I-10 East.
Alrighty, we are just about here at the Baldwin Park station. I hope there is no line or very little. It is 7 a.m. on a Saturday. I am a load of fun. And it looks like we are good. And just to check that we are still online. Let's see. Oh, Diamond Bar's online now? Okay, it's offline. But Baldwin Park is still online, so looking good. So I just turned the car back on because I forgot to record the mileage left. I had 9 miles left, and my trip read about, I think it was 15 miles. So here we are, Baldwin Park. I saw one Mirai, a Gen 1, at the other pump. We are going to open up the tank and the fuel door, put on a dust cover on the side, then it's gonna insert a card. Seems like someone else got a little upset with this machine. Put in our Toyota fuel card. No receipt. So far so good. Price check, $36 a kilogram, which is on par with what they have been charging. Alrighty. Just to recap for those new viewers, I have not seen that price go down ever, so if you're curious, interesting that that fuel prices, petrol prices can go up and down. Hydrogen prices seem to not do that. I know this is a kind of a first generation or experimental fuel, alternative fuel. So I understand it's a little, it's not an apples to apples comparison, but at this, given historical trends, it's very discouraging to see at $36 per kilogram. I mentioned it many times before, but I guess it's the likelihood of this going down is very low, so it's only up from here. And also, I just wanted to just follow up again with the rental car situation. I still have the truck. It's an F-150 Lariat. I don't know what year. I'll do a walk around video soon, but very comfortable. It's absolutely massive compared to the Mirai. However, I will say the turning radius is very similar. but nevertheless, we have a Gen 1 Mirai, and then we have ours over there, Gen 2. But yeah, so the rental situation, I still have the rental. Again, you got to get dropped off, or walk over to the rental car company to pick it up. I'm very curious now. I think I may call Toyota to see if your car is down or low on fuel, or you just don't have the luxury of having someone drop you off, essentially. Is there an expense for like an Uber or something? I'm sure there is. I don't know for sure, but I'll look into it and then let you know. But we do still have the car. It's for a week. Fuel is pretty much free, unless you're doing some crazy road trip. It's 1 tank a day. That's the allowance. And yeah, everything else is paid for. So yeah, essentially free rental, fuel a day. Fueling up now. I just filled up the F-150 yesterday at almost, it was like, it had about like a 1/8 of a tank left, so relatively low. And it was about just shy of $100, and I got just shy of about 400 miles. It was like 360, I think, but something like that. But long story short is, per miles, it was cost per mile is significantly cheaper than this. So a little perspective. F-150 Toyota Mirai. Well, we are fueling at about 9 miles left on the odometer, or the range. So this one's gonna be a hefty one. Still going. See where we end up. Place your bets. We are past the 150 marker. Still going. With fellow Toyota Mirai XLE waiting. Will we hit 200 today? Don't think so, but still going. 180. Will we hit 180? Almost at 5 kilograms. We hit 5. 180, we are past. This might be a record. All right, so 180, 181. Take off the fuel. Push in with the handle. Pull back with the locking latch portion. Good to go. Put the dust cover on. Good. Let's see what we got for $180. I'm gonna subtract 9 miles because 9 miles was on range. So $180 equals 336 miles. That is one of the highest estimated ranges I've seen. I assume it's because, actually, you let me know, for all you Mirai experts out there, is it because I didn't drive for some time? Yeah, the car's been sitting again for the past 5 days or so. Is it taking the average? of driven miles, or is it taking the average of miles traveled in a X number of time, or X time period? I don't know. I feel like I wasn't driving very fuel efficiently on the way here, but 336, still pretty good. But for $180, I think I might take the F-150 on this one and get more room. But there we are. Filling up at Baldwin Park, a new record, $181. That fuel card is getting very light. And another reminder, when you have the rental car from Toyota, due to infrastructure instability, make sure every time, or you get an allowance of, unless this has changed in the past year, you get an allowance of a tank of fuel a day. So make sure to keep your original receipt and take a picture of it, archive it, and once you're done with the rental, there will be a case number assigned to your, or case number or reference number assigned to you. You should get an email, and then you submit your information through the links provided. But if you don't get an email, be sure to contact Toyota, get that reference number, and submit those receipts. I believe you have to do so within 24 hours of, I guess, ending the rental. Yeah, so just make sure you do that, get reimbursed properly. It's, again, a tank a day is the threshold. And yeah, that's how it was a couple months ago when I did it. Unless it's changed recently, but it did work. I did get a check in the mail. It took about a month or so. But yeah, there we go. We are gonna start heading back. I'm gonna let you know what the fuel, kind of the end fuel, once your home fuel number is, because again, all this driving was for getting fuel. Yes, we got 336 miles a gallon, or 336 miles of range, but we want to see what the number is when you get home, because obviously with a gas car and an EV, you can fill up, in theory, very close by or at your house, and that is the range that you are working with. But with a hydrogen vehicle, at least with the current infrastructure setups, you have to consider what is the mileage when you get home, and then plan your trips accordingly. So here we go, we are heading back now. Alrighty, just got back. I accidentally turned off the car, but the range is 327. So that is about almost exactly 9 miles, like pretty much 9 miles. So yeah, 50 cents a mile, you do the math, and that is how much you're paying to fill up, at least for in this case. So I think it averages for 180 roughly this one. I think you're doing like 52, almost 53 cents per mile.